Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the gastric mucosa. And without wasting much time, let's jump straight in. The mucosa is always covered by a layer of thick mucus that is secreted by tall columnar epithelial cells. The gastric mucus is a glycoprotein that serves two purposes, and the first function of this gastric mucus is that it lubricates the food, and then the second function is the formation of a protective layer over the lining epithelium of the stomach cavity. So when the gastric mucus is removed from the surface epithelium, small pits called the foveolae gastricae may be observed with a magnifying lens. These gastricae are found under the under the gastric mucus on the epithelium when the gastric mucus is removed. So we find that they are microscopic in nature. They can only be seen under a magnifying lens. So we find that 3 to 7 individual gastric glands empty their secretions into the gastric pit. The gastric mucosa contains 6 different types of cells. We have the tall columnar surface epithelial cell. We also have the mucoid cell, secretes gastric mucus and are common to all types of gastric glands. This is the most common. And mucoid cells are the main cell type found in the gastric gland in the cardiac and pyloric area of the stomach. The cardiac and pyloric area of the stomach, these are where the sphincters are located. The cardiac is the sphincter between the esophagus and the stomach. Then we have the pyloric, that's the sphincter between the antrum and the jejunum. That's the antrum is the lower part of the stomach. So we also find that we have the zymogenic, or also known as the chief cells, and are located predominantly in the gastric glands in the body and fundus of the stomach. These cells secrete pepsinogen, for which the proteolytic. In anatomy, if you see the lytic, that means the breakdown. Lytic means breakdown. So proteolytic, that means the protein breakdown. So pepsinogen helps in the breakdown of the proteins. That's protein digesting enzyme. Pepsin is formed. Vagal nerve stimulation also promote the secretion of the pepsinogen. We also find that we have the gastric cells, also known as the G cells, are located throughout the antrum. These endocrine cells secrete the acid stimulating hormone gastrin as a response to lower acidity of the gastric content when food enters the gastric distension. Then gastrin enters the bloodstream and is carried into the circulation to the mucosa of the body of the stomach. When it binds to the receptor site on the outer membrane of the parietal cell, the gastrin receptors complex that is formed triggers an energy consuming reaction that leads to the production of and secretion of hydrogen ions in the parietal cell. We also find that we have the parietal or oxyntic cells. These are found in the glands of the body and the fundus, those on those two portions of the stomach. And in my previous video, I talked about these portions of the stomach. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go and look at it so that you get to understand better what I'm talking about. So I think that the parietal or oxyntic cells are found in the glands of the body and the fundus portion of the stomach. They secrete hydrogen ions that combine with the chloride to form a hydrochloric acid. And we find that the hydrochloric acid, the functions of this hydrochloric acid is it provides acidic medium for the breakdown of the proteins in the stomach. It also helps in the killing of the germs found in the food. That's been ingested and it's now in the stomach ready for digestion. So endocrine cells are located in the endocrine cells are called enterochromaffins, like cells, and secrete several substances that include the hormone serotonin. Those are the cells found in the those are the cells that we have in the gastric mucosa. And that's the end of my today's short presentation. Very fun topic I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's meet in my next video. Bye bye.